Welcome back to a Dietitian's Kitchen. We are on my pantry on part 3, and so third shelf here is a lot of my condiments, some sauces, and my baked products. So here, starting with our hot sauces, so Louisiana hot sauce or some sambal chili paste. These are always great to turn up a dish. So don't need very much, that's the nice part of it. So I really like to use them when I make sauces like my stir fries. I'll put a little bit of that in there. Or if I'm making some Brussels sprouts, and roasted Brussels sprouts adds a nice little kick. Balsamic vinegar. Your vinegar never goes bad, so it is nice and fermented, and so the process just keeps going. So this is a balsamic vinegar that I like to use for if I make chicken or my own dressing. Obviously I like to use it. Soy sauce and sesame seed oil, these also go really well when I do my stir fries, so kind of using these guys along with some honey is my stir fry sauce. You don't need very much sesame oil, it's very potent, but this goes really well too as a finishing oil or for dressings or salads. Salsa, some more of my jarred salsa, and as soon as I open this I'll pop it in the fridge. So this one is just a mild, I like to switch it up, mild, medium, and one of my, probably the only chips I really only buy is tortilla chips, and just pair it with some salsa for a healthy snack. I have some cocoa powder that it's not in the right container because I bought it in bulk. But this is so great to use for smoothies. I make a really awesome chocolate covered cherry or chocolate covered strawberry smoothie, and that's where I use the cocoa powder in there and without the added sugar. So thinking like your hot chocolate, this is what it's made from, just a ton of sugar added. So this is just that nice, really kind of still that chocolatey flavor without all the sweetness. Speaking of sweetness, can't forget about our honey. I like to use making sure that what I'm buying is definitely honey. The more local, the better. This was from a beekeeper, a local one that gave it to us, and it's so awesome to see just the different coloring, but also the different flavors that come from it. Honey never goes bad. If it ever crystallizes on you, you can always, like in my jar, I can heat up some water and then just stick it in the water and it'll melt and kind of decrystallize. This just happens when a little bit of moisture gets in. So really easy to fix and always a great sweetener. So here's just some salt that I might use to salt up my water for like pastas. And our last thing is my baking basket. So in here is where I keep things for baking, like a little bit of the granulated sugar. I have some almond flour and some coconut. So there's my almond flour, here's my coconut flour. So these are great gluten-free sources of flour to use. I like to make muffins with it. A little bit of cornstarch there, baking powder, so leavening agent, some pure vanilla extract. I like the real stuff, so it's okay to, put a little money out there to get the real deal on your vanilla. Some ground pepper, and as well as some brown sugar, which is really just sugar and molasses. I've actually made my own brown sugar before because I didn't have it, and I had some molasses on hand. And then here I do keep some like sweetener packs. I like to use the stevia or the truvia, which is from the stevia plant. So those are really helpful for either baking or adding to teas. So that is my third shelf and part 3 of my pantry.